We're here with Shel Holtz at the IMCA annual meeting in Atlanta. Shel, what's the biggest mistake that companies are making by not getting involved with social media and not letting their employees get involved with social media?
Oh, by not getting involved with social media, they're denying themselves the opportunity to have people talk about them. People trust each other more than they trust institutions, and when people are talking to each other about your organization, that builds a high degree of confidence, a high degree of credibility, and gets your story out. People are going less and less to traditional channels of information that are pushed at them, and more to the conversational channels where they can engage with people like themselves, similar others. Now, by not letting their employees get engaged, what you're denying is access to the wealth that resides in the social networks that employees bring to the workplace with them. Whether that's identifying the best next candidate for a job, the ability to evangelize the organization, its brands, its products, its services, the ability to solicit answers to questions, to find subject matter experts, to test ideas if you're decision makers. There have been ample studies that show that there is tremendous wealth that can be derived from these that far outweigh any of the productivity concerns or security concerns that organizations have. By the way, there have been studies that show that productivity goes up when employees have access to social networks, and the security issues can be dealt with by well-communicated and well-enforced policies.
So for insurance, marketing, and communications professionals like you addressed today here at the IMCA conference, going back to their organizations where management is very resistant to it, what's the first thing that they can do, the best tools that they could use to get started?
Well, with management's blessing, of course, because I know a lot of individuals like to get permission, like to get forgiveness instead of permission, and there are organizations that have gotten started very effectively that way. But what you need to do is to make the case that there is return on investment to management, about the things that management cares about, the things that keep them up at night. And as far as I'm concerned, what you really need to start with these days is a Twitter account. Not that there are more people on Twitter than Facebook, but the people who are on Twitter tend to be very engaged, and the media are on Twitter. So the opportunity to be heard, for your message to get spread, when the U.S. Airways plane ditched in the Hudson, it was through Twitter that was first communicated by somebody who simply had an iPhone camera and a Twitter account on a ferry in the Hudson River. So it is one of the fastest ways to get interesting information about your organization spread.
Okay. Thank you very much.
My pleasure.